Welcome to this week's... Let me start that again, because I just paused halfway through.
It's a shame, isn't it? We should keep this in. It's a shame. See, what's happening... Yeah, do keep this in, Tadpoles.
Okay.
Gemma's getting a bit elderly.
Yeah.
She's forgetful. So we'll let her start again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. It's not like I do it every week, is it? Or every other week, however long you do it for. Welcome to this week's Talking Codswallop. I am Gemma.
Well done. Yes, you are, Gemma. Well done, old girl. Well done. I'm James.
Thank you very much. And Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah. I was going to ask you a question straight out the gate.
And now you've forgotten what it is.
No, I haven't forgotten, no. I've forgotten how to do the intro, apparently, but no, I haven't forgotten what my question was. Now, what was it? I'm joking. How long do you think it should be that you can continue to say Happy New Year for? You know, like, whether it be like 24 hours or a week or whatever.
Maybe a week at the most.
Yeah.
You know, a week probably is the most, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you still do occasionally get people wishing you sort of Merry Christmas for a few days after Christmas. So, yeah, I'd say maybe a week at the most.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of thinking as well. So, okay, we're, you know, when this episode drops, we are within the time limit, but this is actually New Year's Eve. So, you know, we're definitely within the time limit here. So it's all good. But, yeah, because it just is one of my bugbears that, you know, like we always have to, you know, everyone's going, Happy New Year. And it's like, Happy New Year. Yeah. I just get really sick of saying it after a while. Yeah. Is that me being a grunt?
A grunt? A grunt?
A grunt, apparently.
A grunt? Well, I guess. A grunt, yeah. Do you mean being like a grumbly, grinchy sort of person?
Yeah.
Well, in answer to that question, Gemma, I would expect no less of you. So, do you know, yeah, I mean, I can see how it can get a bit repetitive. But, yeah, I mean, a week, I guess, covers all bases. And I've got to be honest, I don't think it annoys me as much as it annoys you. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever given it much thought.
I suppose in a way as well, because you know, like when you deal with the like public, so to speak, you are dealing with it when you go to like shops and stuff like that for the time being. Yes. Whereas if I'm sort of dealing with it and like, you know, there'll be people at work that will come up to me individually and it's like, oh yeah, Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And then it's like that one person wasn't in and then it's like, oh yeah, okay, Happy New Year. It's like, oh my God.
I've got to be honest, I do find it a bit sad. Think about, you know, Christmas when you're out sometimes when people don't wish you a happy Christmas, like you're in a shop, and I'm guilty of doing that. I always kind of feel I should do it. Yeah. But you might just say, you know, have a, you know, not being unpleasant to them, but just sort of say, you know, thank you, blah, 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 da, da. But yeah, I generally do think it's a nice thing to do. But yeah, I can see how it may be overkill. Out of interest, does it annoy you when you get it in emails?
No, not so much, because I can kind of read past it. Yeah. Which I do for most of the emails I get. So,
and just if Gemma's employees are listening, that doesn't mean she completely ignores the content of emails.
No, I just skim read it for the important parts.
Yes, selective destruction or removal of things.
Yeah, no, I think you're right there. I think a week is plenty long enough. So, yeah, definitely. So as it's New Year's Eve, have you got any plans for going out partying this evening?
Well, I wouldn't say partying, but just to, you know, have a drink with a few friends. That'll be it. But I've got to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of New Year's and New Year's Eve. It's never. I'm not against doing stuff, but I do not understand the huge build up for it. It's just never. It's probably because it's so close to Christmas as well. You've had this huge build up to Christmas, then suddenly, in a short space of time after that, you're meant to have this huge build up to New Year's Eve, and it's I don't know. It works for some people, but I'm not against it. I just don't get the huge appeal of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's because, you know, there's the two sides of it, isn't it? It's like everyone gets excited because they're wishing in the new year and the new opportunities that could happen and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's going to be the same year Look at me. I'm going to say I'm a grunt.
Wow, Salty Tadpoles. Can you hear this? I mean, what a Debbie Downer.
But it is true, isn't it? Because like sometimes people go, oh, this is going to be the year of me. This is going to be the year of whatever.
That's just half the time it seems like I mean, I get the positivity, but it seems a bit of a daft thing to go all in. Why particularly make it that time? Why not look at it another point in the year? I'm not against people doing it. I can see it's a massive positive kind of pep talk for themselves for the year ahead, but I'm not against the New Year. As I said, I'm not like these people who go, bouncing around like Tigger about it.
Yeah, exactly. I used to be Tigger on this podcast, but then Andy left. So now I've automatically taken over Eeyore's place, I think.
Yes. All the morose unhappiness and malaise is it's now centered within Gemma, along with her rageful Hulk moments.
Yes, exactly. But I'm still laughing. So is that laughter real? Who knows?
That's like the first sign of insanity.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But I was thinking this earlier actually, because there was a bit of I'm not going to go into what was said and stuff, but there was a bit of a text interaction between myself, Andy, and James, and and we were sort of discussing potentially a couple of freshening up ideas with regards to the podcast and things. Not much is going to change because we're all lazy, but at the same time we'd like to have a little bit more of the salty tadpole interaction, or STI as we normally call it. So
I don't want STIs, just to make that clear. I'll take the interaction, but I don't want the venereal disease.
Oh, all right. Well, you can have the easily treated STIs, whereas me and Andy have the hardcore ones.
The ones that will kill you.
Yeah, chlamydia and, let's avoid AIDS and stuff, but Yeah.
Probably not a good idea.
Is AIDS actually an STI? Sorry, I know I'm taking us off topic.
I guess to a degree it must be. I mean, I don't know actually. Is it? No. Sexually, you can get it through sex, so I guess it is a sexually transmitted infection.
Yeah.
So guess so.
Okay.
Wow, this has taken a hell of a turn, hasn't it, for a podcast recording thing? We're discussing illnesses, viruses, potentially deadly viruses. Wow, she's so chipper, isn't she, Tadpoles? She's definitely a happy Gemma.
No, genuinely, I was sort of thinking that whether is it actually, because I know like HIV is or whatever, but it's that next step, isn't it? So I wasn't 100% sure then. So yeah. I need educating sometimes about things. James just remains quiet, so I dig myself into a little hole there. I see what you're doing there, James. Yep. I can see what you're doing.
Yep. I'm the one holding the shovel for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go, Gemma.
Yeah.
Keep going. 12 foot ain't deep enough.
On to my point anyway. We were discussing, and like me and Andy were sort of openly admitting how grumpy and horrible we are.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, and James was like, "Oh, I'm such a good boy." But in my head, I thought at that point, I was like, out of the three of us, though, the most likely to be a serial killer would probably be you, James.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Go on.
Well, no, it's just you're so calm, and you're so when things do annoy you, you kind of bottle it up, but you don't let it out as much as we do,
I just want to make this point that if Gemma and Andy, suddenly die, it wasn't me.
Yeah. Well, how are you for like animals? Do you like animals?
Unless they do something to hurt me. I love them.
Okay. Oh, that's all right. Well, what about butterflies? Would you pull the wings off of a butterfly?
You've given this a lot of thought, clearly.
No.
I think this gives more insight into your psyche than mine.
No, it's just I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts. That's why, yeah. Okay,
but no, I would not kill. I would not kill butterflies.
Okay, I was going to say you're not going to answer. Okay, so all right, we're all right. We're all right then.
That's what I want you to think. Anyway, keep going, Gemma.
Exactly. I mean, he was best friends with Harold Shipman at one point, so
No, let's be real. Let's be really precise on this, because I don't want that rumour starting and getting legs. No, I was not.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He was too young. But
Yes.
no, yes. But if you do want to know what we're talking about, if you go back and listen to our Halloween episode, which I think was in 2020, I believe, or it could have been the year before. Yeah, so basically look up the Halloween episodes. There's only like 4, so don't worry, there's not too many. And it's all about murder, mayhem, and codswallop, I think it's called. So if you go and check that episode out, you'll be able to hear the stories of how James nearly got killed by serial killers.
Well, let's be honest. It wasn't just one serial killer that I was unfortunately around.
Yeah, it was 2 of them.
We don't want to spoil it. Yeah, we don't want to spoil it, so people tune in.
Yeah, or you could go back and listen to the best of Halloween episode, which I put together as well. So there's 2 ways of listening. So you can listen in full content, or you can listen to the snippets, whichever you prefer.
Nice.
But yeah, anyway. So let's just cover New Year quickly. Have you got any resolutions, or is that, kind of on the wayside like the stupid people who think it's the year of me?
I don't really do New Year's resolutions.
No.
So it's not my bag.
No, that's the same for me as well, to be honest. Because it's always the case, isn't it? Everyone goes out and they make their resolutions. Resolution. Am I saying the right word? Resolutions.
A New Year's resolution, yes.
Yeah, it just sounded weird when I said it. But anyway, it was a resolution. I think it's because I'm saying it separately to the other 2 words. But yeah, by sort of 1st of February, everybody has sort of given up on them, haven't they, really?
Well, I think that's the thing, yeah. It's if you tune into this episode wanting real insight into our plans for 2024, you'd be sadly mistaken. You'd just be going, so you don't like New Year, tick. You don't want to do resolutions, tick. Yeah. But no, yeah, if it works for people, like a lot of things, if it works for them, great, but it seems a bit of an empty vessel.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's always good to have goals, don't get me wrong.
Yes. Definitely.
But like you said earlier, there's no reason why you can't start a goal in February or March or whenever, it doesn't have to be like the 31st, the 1st of January.
Yes.
And you're like, yeah. I think people put too much pressure on themselves.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. It's like, this year I've tried to give up smoking. I failed, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try again. I will try again, but...
And fail.
Thanks, James. No, you're probably right there.
Just give it a dose of reality there.
At least I'm trying.
That's true.
Very trying, as I'm informed. But no, it's like, again, I will give it a go and see what I can do, try again. But at the same time, I'm not going to say, on the 1st of January, I'm never having a cigarette again, because that's not going to happen. I'm going to wake up on the 1st of January and light up a cigarette. Do you know what I mean? Literally, just as I wake up.
Make sure you're waking up at like 1 minute past midnight. Just spark up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, screw you, New Year.
So, yeah, it's a bit like I joked, because I will get onto this a little bit more in full in a minute, but I was joking with Lucy because I met up with her earlier this week. And, and she said, because basically when I arrived, because we met up in Southampton, so I have an apology to make for a second. So if you wouldn't mind just allowing me the time to give an apology. Ian Shaw was there. And he listened to our last episode, and he sort of was a little bit sulky that I didn't actually say that when I went to Southampton, I met up with Ian Shaw, but I also met up with Nicola and Chris, which is Lucy's boyfriend, and Lucy as well. But yes, Ian Shaw also known as Dr. Squee. He has podcasts and a radio show, also under the name of Dr. Squee. So, there we go. I've covered it. So, but I was saying to Lucy the other day that when I arrived, it was like traffic was really bad. And like I said, I'll get into all of that in a minute. But she goes, "Oh, did you not have breakfast when I had arrived?" And I said, "Oh, no, I just had two large coffees and a packet of cigarettes." And I was like, "Well, there's the breakfast that I need."
That's one hell of a healthy meal, covering all the required food groups.
Yeah, well absolutely.
A vegetable is in there. Well, plants certainly next. Tobacco is a plant, so.
Yeah, exactly. Beans. There was beans in it. It was coffee beans.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and a little bit of vanilla extract.
So basically, screw you all who said it wasn't healthy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought as well. So, Chris, how's your... do you know what? For a second there, I nearly called you Chris.
I don't even know who I am anymore. Who the hell is Chris? Carry on.
No, exactly.
Chris, if you're meant to be here, you're not.
No. We got bad memories with Chris's anyway. Apart from Lucy's fella, he's lovely, but otherwise no. So James, how was your Christmas break? What did you get up to?
It was pretty damn good. I spent some time with my dad. That was wonderful. It was always fun when you turn up to the house and he's not there, which is part of the course, with a note that just says, "I'll sort the fridge out when I come back in," because I had all the food. Which was great. No, that was fine. No, it was really good actually. I got to catch up with a lot of people I'd not seen for quite a long time. Which was good. Got to go to Southport, which I've not been to for a long time. The only real problem is that the appalling weather, and it was on the news that about half an hour away from where my father lives, there was a tornado which hit and was ripping the roofs off houses. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Bit of a different one.
Yeah, because we don't get tornadoes over in this country at all, really, do we? So.
We don't, but worryingly, I'm starting to think they could be on the rise because there was supposed to be some happening, I think today, in fact, or over the next few days around sort of Dorset area.
Where I am, yeah.
So, bit of a worry but I guess it's just because the madness is the weather at the moment. But yeah, it totally was flattening bits of people's houses and tearing the roofs off. But it seems to be very specific to a reasonably kind of small area. But I mean, that won't matter. The size won't matter a damn thing if you've had the roof of your house ripped off.
No, absolutely. And also Mother Nature doesn't really give a shit whether it's a small area or a big area, does it?
Very true.
Yeah.
Let's just hope their insurers are as understanding as they can be.
Yeah, and they don't go down the route of an act of God, so to speak. So
you got to wonder. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, spooky, scary stuff.
Yeah. And what did you get for Christmas?
What did I get? Lovely smellies. So obviously I must stink.
Yeah.
Got a few of those. So
Agreed.
Obviously, the foul aroma that is me must be spreading. And they wish to mitigate that.
It smells a little bit like blue cheese. That's how I feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean,
blue
I like
cheese and
blue
garlic.
cheese, so two things I love. So screw the deodorant and the aftershave. I'm just going to smell. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, bits of things like that, snacks, food, bit of money. Yeah, all good stuff.
Yeah,
all
coffee.
Happy with that. Yes. Well, no. To be fair, I bought coffee.
Oh,
I did get a few coffee-related style things, but I bought myself some very nice Jamaican Blue Mountain that Father and I had, which was very nice. Expensive, but nice.
Yes, I am aware, because I sent you some, didn't I? So
I did.
I think I sent you that one anyway, because I remember you saying it. Yeah, saying it was your favourite. So
it's a wonderful one, but it's getting harder to get due to the cost of it. Where I get it from the coffee merchants, it's going to be trickier. So they don't have it on all the time anymore because the expensive cost that it is for the people to buy them as bags. So it's like a one-off treat.
Well, I keep getting adverts for the coffee place that I purchase the stuff from. So if I send send across the website to you, if it's different, you might be able to get it there instead.
I'll thank you. I'll have a look. You've got to be a bit careful though, because they can do you can end up not getting the true blend of it. You end up getting like a mix, a bit like drugs, to be honest, where they cut drugs and it's not the full, or the right purity.
What is that? What does that deadly thing? It begins with an F.
Fentanyl.
Is it a lovely little bit of fentanyl in there?
I would certainly hope not. But no, I like the full when it's a really good blend. But yeah, no, it's all been really, really good.
Good.
And what about yourself?
Yeah, mine was good as well. Obviously, because I was off work, I was ill, but that didn't really matter. It's not the end of the world. But when am I not ill, James? When am I not ill at the moment? Anyway.
Well, it's to be fair, it's sod's law because I worked really hard to not be ill for Christmas. I mean, really hard. Loaded myself with vitamins, being as careful as I could myself at the gym and around other people. And to be fair, seemed to be going okay. I've started feeling ropey around now.
Yeah.
So whether my body's going, you're going to get it now, I don't know.
Well, I think everyone eventually is going to get it. It's just this cold that's going around at the moment, but also I've got this, what feels like a lump in my throat when I've swallow and stuff, but it is what it is. It's not very nice, but it is only a cold at the end of the day. It's not anything awful. So
I hope it shifts soon for you. So.
Yes, I'm sure it'll shift as soon as I go back to work on the 2nd. So
absolutely, yeah. I mean, you'll be really, really rough, and as soon as you walk through the doors, you're like, bing, bing, happy, like Tigger.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's my fake persona. Well, sometimes. Christmas, it was quite nice because it was just the three of us and the dog this year. So that was nice. So we had quite a quiet Christmas because we were all feeling a bit rough and ready this year, to be honest, with all the colds and stuff. But it was a really nice day. And we got to, open our gifts and stuff like that. So obviously previously I'd already got the laptop that I'm looking at right this second.
Cool.
Yes, which is very lovely. Thank you again, Mum. And before anyone thinks that I must be like a princess, it was like a second-hand one from work, so it wasn't a full price laptop. I don't want anyone to get the idea that I'm a spoilt brat or anything like that, because I'm really not. That said,
she is. Sorry, go on, Gem.
That said, Graham got me a webcam as well, so I'm going to start.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, so hoping to start doing a few OnlyFans. No.
Hey, if why not? Nah. No kink shaming or job shaming here.
No, I think the problem is that there's so many people that actually do OnlyFans now. It's like trying to find a market where for a crowd of people. It's like
be true. Yeah, I can see that being a problem.
Yeah,
I've never actually been on OnlyFans, but I'm aware of what it is. And yeah, obviously, I mean, I love this thing when people go, I'm earning millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure you are. You might be like the 0.00001% that is.
Yeah.
If it's true.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I'm hoping on this podcast that we're going to do a couple more video episodes for YouTube, because it would be quite fun to actually get a little bit more out there on YouTube, in my opinion. So hopefully James is in agreement with that.
Yep, I'll be wearing a bag over my head, but yep.
Burlap sack.
Yep, so I look like Jason out Friday the 13th.
Yes, yeah, it would be a good look for you. No, yes, you should let the world see your beautiful face, James. You are a handsome man. I'm not joking.
Scaring people.
Just me.
No, they think it's him again.
Yeah, and you're halfway through, you have to turn your heater off because your face has gone really red and blotchy.
Yeah. I'm getting too hot.
Yeah, and you're there with
It's one of two things. I'm either too warm because the heating's on, or I'm too cold because the heating's not on.
Yeah, there's no sort of comfortable in between, is there?
It seems to be that way.
No. But so that will definitely come in handy. And then it was just sort of like a few little bits and pieces kind of thing, really. I did also get a Pokemon calendar. So, because I still use a calendar to, like write birthdays down and things like that. Oh, and Graham got me a what I'm going to use for the podcast a little notebook which had the Grinch on the front. So, and he said that this is me before I've had my first coffee of the day.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. He absolutely isn't wrong. And also from his sons, I got, again, some bits and pieces, but I also got, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Very good. I don't know what that says about you, but go on.
I love that film, though, to be fair. It is
a good film.
Yeah, we should review that one day, especially now I've got it on DVD. And I've also got the book as well, of it as well.
I read the book first before seeing the film. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't started yet, but I will certainly read it. And that maybe what we could do is like maybe a review of the book and the film and do comparisons. Yep. But it might take me a while to read it because I'm not a massive reader, but, you know, I'll get round to it. I will. I promise. Cool. There's Socks. Can you hear Socks?
Yeah. Funnily enough, yes, I can.
Yeah. Well, he just wanted to make his presence known. Actually, it was quite funny earlier. He did that. He was just barking at the door earlier, and it was religious people knocking on the door to, you know, try and convert us to their religion sort of thing. And I had to say, well done to Socks. You know, we don't like religious folk in this place, you know.
Shocking. I feel so sorry for them. The dog's going mad barking at them.
That's why we got a dog, you know. Get rid of the religious folk.
I feel for you religious people.
Yeah.
You're never going to convert Gemma because for one thing, she has no soul.
No, exactly. Redhead. I thought I'd take it before you did. But yeah, and then, like I said, that I met up with Ian Shaw, just in case he's got the fact that I've said his name now, Dr. Squee, on his radio station and his podcast. I'm going over and above because I know that he was very upset. So anyway, so I met up with him. I met up with Lucy, and my mate Nicola and Chris as well. And we went for a night out in Southampton, and that was on the 27th. So that was a lot of fun. But the problem is that because, like, traveling up, it normally takes me about an hour and a half to get there. And it took me close to 3 hours to get there because of all the traffic for people coming home after, like, Christmas and stuff.
Yeah.
It was horrendous, that trip. It was really awful. I was going to sort of stop off and get some lunch en route sort of thing, but I just really wanted to get there. So that's why the conversation of the cigarettes and coffees came into play, because I don't tend to have breakfast. So unless I'm really, really hungry, because I got there so late, it was going to be quite a few hours until we sort of had dinner. So we just popped to a Wetherspoons basically, and I just got some chips. So just to have a quick nibble, really. We had a really, really nice time. We went to our usual places, which is the Rockstone, the Hobbit, which is really cool still, but it used to be themed on all of, you know, like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. But because the Tolkien family have kind of kicked off about it, they haven't got any of the theme going anymore. So, yeah, I know. It's such a shame. It
does kind of, copyright infringement is a bit of a bugger.
Yeah.
You hit that one.
It is, but at the same time, it was like all the cocktails that they did, it was like they were called a Gandalf, a Frodo, you know, so they're all named after the, you know, characters from the book and stuff, and or the films, whichever you prefer. But, you know, it was really, really fun, and it was kind of like a real good nerdy place to sort of go to, you know, hang out and stuff, and, you know. But at the same time, they're still doing the cocktails, but they've just changed the names of them now. So, you know, that's fine. So
I was going to say, what have they renamed them as?
They're still sort of like fantasy kind of names. So there was one that was called the Phoenix, and I can't remember all of the names. There's so many of them. I really can't remember all of the names. But I remember that one of them was called Phoenix. So, you know, it's kind of still...
And the one called Short Hairy Thing...
No. Hobbit feet. But like their cocktails are really nice in there and stuff as well. always fun. And of course, when we got there, it was happy hour. Why is happy hour 3 to 6?
I don't know. I don't drink, so it's completely lost on me. Happy hour.
No, I know, but the fact that it's 3 hours, it's not hour. Do you know what I mean?
Well, to be fair, an hour of happy hour would probably make more sense and have less horrendously drunk people.
Yeah, but it's not as fun. But yeah, definitely. But no, do you know what I mean? It's called happy hour. It should be called happy hours.
Yeah, that's true. I can see your point there.
Yeah, no. Anyway, it was just a throwaway comment there that I was thinking of. And then we went to the Shooting Star pub, which is kind of a rock and metal type pub club type thing. Well, it's not really a club, it's a pub. And again, they do cocktails in there as well. Good music, which is what which I like and which we all like. And we all had some food there as well, which was very tasty. The chips were a bit salty for my liking, but then that is because I don't use too much salt. But, but all in all, yes, had a lovely evening. Didn't drink too much and was in bed by 9 o'clock, James.
Holy cow.
We started at 3,
my old woman comment at the start stands.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think, well, none of us were feeling 100% anyway. But at the same time, we're all getting old now. There was, when we were in the last place, when we were in the, Shooting Star, I really wanted like a pillow for my chair so that I could have a nice comfy chair.
Oh dear.
But yeah, yes. And also I'd had a horrendous trip up as well, James. Got to factor that in.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, other than the bad weather, I was quite amazed how easy the trip to my father's was. Because I was thinking, oh God, Christmas Eve is going to be awful. The traffic will be everywhere. There'll be crashes. Other than a very heavy police presence pulling people over to do, obviously I suspect, quote unquote random checks.
Yeah.
It was a very easy drive.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good. And he lives near Liverpool, doesn't he?
Nope. No. Well, kind of. I mean, you tried, Gem. You tried but failed, but yes.
Oh, I thought you told me he lived there.
He's going to sort of Glossop Buxton direction.
Oh, okay. Did he used to live in Liverpool?
He used to work in Liverpool.
Maybe that's where I'm remembering wrong from. Because I know
that could be it.
Yeah, I know in the past you've said about your dad and being, something to do with Liverpool. So that's where I was.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah. So
spot on.
I connected the dot, but it was the wrong dot.
It's all right. You connected some dots. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Where did my dad live? No, I'm joking.
Where am I? Who am I? What are people doing here?
No, I was asking you, where did my dad live? No, I don't think I've ever said on the podcast. I won't even ask that question. And I will also expect you to say, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I would just say, I don't know. You've not told me.
So. Yeah. Well, now that you know that I've not told you.
That would be my answer to begin with. So.
Well, James, I think that, okay, it's a little bit of a shorter episode again, but I think that we've covered so much content this week and it's been very entertaining and also it's been fun for me and hopefully for you.
Stuff. It has. Yeah. And even if that question was directed towards the salty tadpoles, I'm still answering it.
No, it was directed at you.
It's been good for me. It's been good for them too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, as long as we're having fun, hopefully that means that the salty tadpoles have fun. So, yes. So, before I go, because our new idea that I was thinking of introducing was basically it's top 5. And each week we're going to give you a different topic and you give us the top 5 songs for blah, blah, or whatever, who the artist is that we pick this week. And then we're going to basically read them out on the next episodes that come up. Yeah, and obviously...
We'll dissect them.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, if you've got any sort of reasons why they're your top 5, then we'd love to hear that as well. So
yeah, you can have memories linked to them or
yeah,
anything of that sort.
or you didn't even know the artist and you just Googled it. You know, either way, you know, basically you give us content, we'll read out your name. Do you know what I mean?
Pretty much. Yep, she's not wrong.
So for next week's, I need the answers in by Tuesday Sorry, looking at my calendar.
So I thought we had Skippy the Bush Kangaroo for a minute then.
Yes, so by Tuesday the 9th, we need your answers to top 5 Beatles songs. As in
Excellent.
The Beatles, as in the music thing. I thought it'd go easy this week because I know that James loves the Beatles. And of course, I love the Beatles too. I just don't like one of the members.
So if you're doing any of these top 5s, please make sure they're really McCartney written centric ones.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. But we won't be doing a top 5 on Paul McCartney. So yes, if you can get your lists across.
No, please do a top 5 on Paul McCartney. Send them directly to me and I'll read them all to Gemma.
Okay, well that's fine. You give out your email address and then that's absolutely fine. Yeah. So if you
not going to happen.
So we are going to post. Well, I say I post out, you know, like a picture, sort of saying what the top 5 is, blah blah blah. So if you are on our social media, so it's at Codswallop Pod for Twitter / X, whichever you prefer, Instagram and Facebook are the main ones that we use. We are on Threads as well, but we don't massively use that yet. I'm not really 100% sure what I'm doing with it. But if you want to comment underneath whatever the image is that I actually put out, that would be fab. Or alternatively, if you're not following us on the social media, our email address is talkingcodswallopodcast@gmail.com. So yeah, it is a bit more of a mouthful for our podcast email address. And now I'm actually just double checking that is actually really what it is. So bear with. It is, yes. So talkingcodswalloppod@gmail.com, just in case I did say podcast earlier. So yeah, we look forward to hearing your answers and we'll look forward to reading them out, don't we, James?
Excellent. It should be good. Yeah, look forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously having our own STIs as well.
Whatever floats your boat. I just don't want to be itching.
Exactly. Yeah, sometimes you just got to itch and sniff.
And that horrifying thought.
I know. I think we've been talking enough Codswallop this week, James. I have been Gemma.
I've been James, and hopefully that hasn't traumatised you 2023.
Or 2024, because this episode's actually coming out next year, James.
Ooh,
in 2024. Well, I think that we've done a grand job there, James, and I think as a first episode
agree.
back, yeah, pretty good going. So anyway, bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.